Hi guys, how you guys doing? Georgia here. So I want to say thank you for sending me your questions yesterday. So I got quite a few questions, and I decided that just to make it concise and also so that it's not terribly long, I was just going to answer them in packets. So I just grouped them and then you know group them into three, and I'm just going to answer. So basically, if you ask question, just know that your answer is in there somewhere. Okay, so the first bunch of questions I'm gonna answer are questions that relate to keeping your business and making sure your business is kind of still alive after COVID-19 is done. Yesterday I put I mean, there've been so many questions about this since before now even, and so because of that, yesterday I put out a post about keeping your business ahead of COVID-19. So it was basically like a four tip post, just highlighting the kinds of things we should do, the kinds of things your business should be doing, what kind of things you should be doing as a business owner to make sure that your business is alive during and after the pandemic. So here's the thing about the pandemic, yeah. Um, there are, yeah, like there is a lockdown like in the entire world, but there are businesses that are thriving even with this lockdown. So the especially the bigger businesses. If you are a catering business, if you are into logistics, um, and if you generally have an online store, if you are essential services or like maybe like physiotherapy, if you are, such and such, it is super important that you understand that there are people who are selling, who are still servicing the markets even in this time. And what they're doing is they're making sure that they're putting their business ahead of the pandemic. So while it is important to be cautious and careful as a business owner, you need to think for both yourself and then think for your business. So the last thing you want is after struggling with the business for 5 years, and because COVID-19 came after 5 years, you've lost all your clients because when you were not doing anything, some other person was doing it for you. And after the pandemic, your clients just like, okay, this person just works, there's no need to go back. Oh, and then you're like, oh, where did you go? Oh, I've not seen you. Oh, you've not patronized me. Oh yeah, you know and they're just giving you stories. So nobody wants that. So I just put like a four tip pointer thing. Yeah, so I'll run you through it. Number one, um continue to post online. So if you have any form of online presence at all on Twitter, on Instagram, you know where your clients are. If you have an email list, a mailing list and everything, just continue to communicate, continue to post, let your clients see that you're active, because it is super important. Don't turn off your business line, leave it on. Let people call. It's better for them to call and you tell them, oh, we can't deliver to you here, or we can't do this here because we have like constraints and stuff. Is better than for them to call your phone and it's not on. Like, trust me, every business that I have gone on Instagram to find, and they have said, oh, the number you are trying, I've never called that number again. It's basic. I've never called again. I would just find somebody else, and that's the person I always go to when I need something that business can offer me. So the last thing you want now at a time like this is to like pull back. The truth is, yeah, everybody understands, but when it comes to your clients now being familiar with other people, I mean, they're familiar with them and there's nothing you can do about it. Now, if you are a business who can't really work because, I mean, maybe you're a clothing business, or like, yeah, your clothing and things like that, like basically people are not going out, so people are not necessarily looking to buy, and even if they're buying things, they're really buying just essential things. If you're that kind of business, what you can do is interact with your clients, like talk to your clients, buzz them the way you will buzz them if you were looking for business, even if you're not looking for business now because you can't afford to like you can't put your business together and stuff. Just talk to them, let them hear from you, let them check on them, ask them, genuinely check on them, like, oh, how you guys doing now, oh, and everything now, wow, that sort of thing. Just communicate with them, interact with them, so that after, it's almost like you went through the pandemic with them, and then after that the relationship just continues. Not that they don't hear from you for however long this lockdown is going to last, and then you just come up one day and just be like, oh, we've not heard from you after the lockdown. They're like, there was lockdown, did you check on me? It's only when you want to collect my money that you check on me. That kind of thing. Talk with your clients. And then if you are one of the businesses that I mentioned earlier, like a logistics business, you make food and things like that, promote your posts. Now, you need to explain why people should still be doing business with you now, because everybody's afraid. Take, for instance, you make food, and you normally make food and send to people, like to their houses, because not everybody cooks, and so there's some bachelors and stuff, and now most of these food places are not even open, so they actually need people who make food, like bachelors and things like that. Okay, fine, so you cook, but people are worried now, like COVID is outside, like how did they used to say in the market? They said Corona Wanta. I was like, what? I was trying to buy lettuce and it was looking weird, and I was like, why is this lettuce looking like Corona Wanta? I'm like, what does Corona have to do with anything? Say, say Corona. I'm like, for real? But anyway, you get the point. So everybody is kind of worried, like, oh, there's coronavirus outside and everything. So you need to educate your clients why they should still be patronizing you. If you do logistics, I've been seeing everywhere, like some places when like, okay, there's some food pay, I'm not going to mention them, but like they say, oh, contactless delivery. So basically they have built a system where they don't have to touch you, they don't have to come in contact with you. It's just they deliver your parcel or deliver your food, and they're on their way. You don't pay, you do a transfer, you don't touch them, they don't, that kind of thing. So you need to educate your clients why they should still be doing business with you. That is one. Two, if you make food, of course you can't be contactless, because you're making the food that people are going to digest, right? So you need to find a way to explain to them or let them know how all the measures you're taking to make sure that your food is still like perfect and is still, you need to just find that. I saw a video that a popular celebrity made, I will not mention too, but like he went through the process of like informing everybody like all the careful measures they're putting in place to make sure that the food that they buy is like not contaminated and is still perfect. The truth is, you cannot go out of business as a food merchant, because everybody needs food, and there's some people who actually don't know how to cook. Now, all you need to do is find ways to reduce your costs somewhat, and then let people want to come and buy from you, and show them the effort you're putting into your products or your food, the food that they're going to eat, the effort you're putting into it to make sure that it's not contaminated. It's so important. If whatever it is that you're doing in this time, you need people need to believe that they're good. If it's with you, they're good. And you also need to make sure that when you are putting together what people are going to eat or use or touch, you're also taking all those measures you do say you're taking. Because nobody wants to, they can believe you and order it, and then if they fall sick, man, fam, I don't think you want to go there. The very last point is find companies to collaborate with. So there are other companies who are offering the services that you find difficult right now. Take, for instance, you make food, and you're looking for, like, markets are not open, like, so how do you get your stuff? Okay, so you find that there's at least one on app in Nigeria that offers you food to your doorstep, like raw food, like yam, like ugu, like tomato, like, do you understand? So why not try them out? Why not order them? Like, if there's no market near you, why not try and order that and see how that goes? Oh, is it more expensive? Is it cost effective? And they order actually within like 1 hour or so. So why not try that? So that's another company that you can kind of collaborate with and be like, okay, this is where I get my food. And then there are actually companies that are still delivering, logistics companies that are still delivering, and they deliver food. There are companies that are still delivering. They will deliver your shoes, they will deliver your parcels, they will deliver everything you want them to deliver. Like, you sell phones, there are companies that are still working. Like, nobody's going to stop a delivery man from moving from place to place. Those are actually one of the people that the whole world is saying thank you to, that you guys are here for us, you guys can help us move from point A to point B, get our things from point A to point B. So find these companies to help your business, and then put it out there that, look, you're still working, you're still in business.